What'd you think of your front tonight?
Oh, it was good. Nice start to the year. So, I mean, I think in terms of execution, like probably a little bit sloppy, but I think that's pretty typical for right now. We're kind of just working hard, trying to have good effort in the races, and time was good tonight. So as we clean it up, I'm pretty excited of where it can go.
Can you talk more about your experience with the Worlds?
Yeah. I mean, short course Worlds was really cool. That was my second time swimming short course meter, so like it's nice going into a meet, going into a course that you really have no time expectations. It's all about the racing. So that's what I got into. Like getting competitive with the Russians, the Chinese, Australians, like racing those guys in a different course was something that I enjoyed a lot. And Team USA did great. So anytime you get a week and a half, 2 weeks to hang out with some of your close buddies from Team USA, it's a great experience. So I had an awesome time in China.
Have you had time to reflect at all just on kind of the year you had in 2018? It was a lot of success, a lot of accolades. Do you reflect on that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think all the reflection I've had on 2018 is past. It's 2019 now, and I'm really looking forward to this upcoming summer and the summer after that. So, I'm really happy with how 2018 went, but I'm thinking of that as kind of a launch pad for the next year and a half.
What are some things you're going to focus on between now and World Champs?
I mean, I would just say like the smaller details. I got out of that race, and Dave has like 4 or 5 things that I need to work on, and that's how I do well. If I just have 4 or 5 things, work on it next month, come up with 4 or 5 more things, work on that, and then at the end of the season you've worked on a lot of different things. So I try to keep it as simple as possible, keep the effort there, keep the mental focus pretty narrow, and so that's the way I approach the season.
How did you like racing all those guys at Short Course Worlds, Larkin and Rylov and that big group of guys?
Yeah, I mean the backstroke races were pretty stacked. I mean those are the same guys that I'll see at Worlds. So I mean, like I said, it was cool to race them in a different course. Like a course that I'm unfamiliar with. I'm sure they don't really focus on it either. So just getting up there and like just getting into the racing aspect, I thought was pretty cool.
Do you like short course meters?
Yeah, I mean I think short course meters is pretty fun. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm good at it. So. But I do like it. It's pretty similar to short course yards, and I like short course yards. I like competing. That's where my joy from the sport comes from. So if I'm doing that, I'm having a good time.
Dave said that this year's camp at OTC was one of the better ones you guys have had.
Yeah.
Did you notice that, at least in comparison to other years?
Yeah. I mean the level of competition was really high. I feel like what's really nice about this group is like no one is really dwelling on how we're performing in practice. I feel like in past years we'd get out of the practice and like we'd have a good practice and we'd talk about the practice for about 30 minutes. This year we get out of the practice and like the guys would be talking about like Fortnite or some like Super Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart, like some video game that they're playing right after practice. So I really appreciate that about this group, the ability to get in and get out of the practice.
Like from a fan's perspective, we've seen Bryce, Mefford, and Carr racing really well at backstroke this weekend. What is it like training with them, or at least the last couple weeks of OTC?
Yeah, I think both of them have really stepped up their game this year. I think what's been really nice to see is like as freshmen they come in and like with good reason, like the Cal group is pretty intimidating to come into, so like they come in a little bit timid, and it's really been cool to see them, as their confidence has grown, and this year like really like not backing down from anything, which like that makes everyone better. So Bryce and DC, and you extend it to Andy Song, Ethan Young, David Kukowski, like the entire Cal backstroke group is really cooking this year. So it's been a great group to be a part of, and I think think those guys are going to have some pretty big improvements come NC2As and over the summer.
You've seen your brother on deck for these meets.
Yeah.
Is it nice to have that kind of a familiar face at these meets?
Yeah. I mean, my brother's my best friend, so it's great having someone that you're so close with on the deck, and someone that could just give it to you straight. If I have a bad race, I'll get up and Patrick will tell me, like, man, you looked like crap in that race. And it's nice to have that, like, good, like, honest, fresh perspective. And I'm just glad that he's happy. He's loving his role within USA Swimming, and hopefully he can continue to move up the ranks and do what he wants to do career-wise.
Did he say that this weekend, or what did he say this weekend to you about your race?
Well, he was only here yesterday, so I mean, to be totally honest, like, he doesn't really care about the 50 back, so like we honestly didn't talk about it.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.